in this kneeling position. Let me just check that we're online, because on here I hope you aren't going to be asking me any questions, because hopefully you're doing the movement with me. But if you do have any questions and you're watching this on the replay, do give me some feedback, whether you can hear me or not, see me, is the lighting right, that kind of thing, so I can adjust it. Because I'm back on here again tomorrow morning at 9:30 for the Alveston class. So the Alveston class as well have been with me for a long time. So one person wants to join the group. Let me just put her in, whoever it is. It's Emma Barber. Approve, Emma Barber. And so hello, Emma Barber. Hopefully you can see me now. So let me just refresh the page, and so we can get going again. Discussion, there we go. So yes, get your tissue at the ready. I'm also have uploaded a couple of meditations today, so I'm not going to do a meditation at the end of this session, but if you want to pop one of mine on, it's my recordings. I put the White Room in the group today, and that's one that we do regularly. I think it's about 10 minutes. All right, so yes, I can see myself. How weird. So what we're going to do is start at kneeling if you can. Now, if you're finding it difficult to kneel like that, you can kneel with your knees up like so. Let me just back up in near the TV. And so we want to be warming up the whole body to start with. So I just want you to circle your hips round one direction. If you're finding this difficult on your knees, you can stand up and do it. I decided today, because you can't see my head when I do that, we'll start with that on our knees. So round one way and then the other way. Nice circling. Feeling those hip bones with your fingertips. And then take a nice deep inhale. And a long, slow exhale. I think we need it after today. Gosh, I need this breathing. Breathe in. And just gently exhale out as your arms come down. Do one more time for me. Nice deep inhale, lifting up and exhaling down. So then start to circle that shoulder on the right side. Just circling the shoulder, feeling the joint, seeing how you feel right now. And then the other side, round you go. Just listen to the body. If anything's creaking that shouldn't be, just adapt yourself and do both sides. Just small circles. Let your arms be heavy, and then just let them swing side to side. Flowing free movement through the shoulders, and let your body move with it. I'll take the arms up. Inhale as you take your arms over the head, and exhale coming down. And again, as you bring your arms up, try to squeeze your buttocks a little bit, and then exhale down. And one more time, deep breath in, lift, and exhale down. Lovely. Okay, so let's just do a little neck stretch. Just look to one side and then the other side, nice and easy. Nothing too strenuous, no forcing. Just keep it nice and easy to start with. And one more time. And then relax. Now put your fingertips on your hip bones and let's do a little pelvic tilt. So turn your tailbone under and then take it behind. Tailbone is under and then back again. And under and out. One more time. Good. And release. Take the arms up to shoulder height. Take your right hand and imagine you're pulling a bow and arrow, pulling it back, looking where your elbow is going. Then bring it back. Let's do the other side. Exhale, draw it out, looking behind you, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. And do it again. Breathing out. Exhale. And inhale. And one more time. And then release it back. If you can, go to kneeling and put your hands at the front of the mat like so. So just here, feel your fingertips on the mat, press your hands into the mat and just circle round your wrists just to get them warmed up a little bit. Keep the shoulders down, don't let them hunch up to your ears. I know it was a very stressful time for everybody, so we do find we get tension in that part of the body, so really consciously note that. Change direction. Round you go. Lovely. And here we're going to start the cat and cow from here. If you're finding difficulty with kneeling, you can go into the full cat and cow. But if you can, sit back onto those feet. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, drawing the spine up to the ceiling, dropping your head down, curving the spine. And then let go. And again, exhale, drawing the tummy button in. And let go. So feel that body and the back extending. Exhale and release. Now walk your fingers forward onto the mat. I'm really into the spotlight now. And then just roll the shoulders backwards for me. Again, trying to relieve any tension in that upper body. And then just sway side to side. Feeling the inner thighs a little bit maybe here. Feet are nice and relaxed. Good, and then find your middle position. Now take the toes under now of the feet so that you're going to stretch your toes out. So I want you to sit back onto your feet and then put the weight into the hands. And again, try not to drop the hips too low. We don't want to be going into a cobra. We want to keep that core nice and controlled to start with. Dropping the head down between the arms if you can to extend the shoulders. And take it back. And one more time, hold it here. Now we're going to go into cat and cow, so just drop your feet back down nice and relaxed. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, roll the back up to the ceiling. And then let go. Turn the tailbone the other way, lift the head. And again, breathing out, drawing the belly button in and up. And then letting it go out. One more time, breathing out, feeling the belly button drawing in, so that part of the back also up to the ceiling. And then in that cat, just stretch back into the baby pose. Keep the cat stretched, so you're curving the spine and coming back onto the hands. Keep the cat stretched, drawing through the belly, drawing back into the feet. And again, drawing back up. This should feel great. Does for me anyway. And again, drawing that tailbone right under. And then coming back. So now go on to the elbows. If you're finding the wrists are feeling a little bit tired, just give them a little rest here. We're going to again stretch back into the arms. Then put the weight over the hands. And again, exhaling backwards. Inhaling forwards. Shoulders are strong. Stretching the arms. Keeping that midsection nice and controlled and strong. And one more time. And relax. Take a little breather. If you have a drink, take a drink. Let's have a look. So now I'm going to go into do a little Superman move now. So we're going to go back onto all fours and you're going to find a nice centre of the core and the strength through the core. So you should roll the shoulders, drawing the belly button into the spine, and then tailbone just tweaks under a little bit so that we have the centre. So sometimes when we're here, we're in this sort of slump position. We don't want that. We want to keep connected. So the shoulders are back and down, pushing the mat away, drawing the belly button into the spine, turn the tailbone under. So now you feel as if the barrel of the body is your powerhouse, and you want to be moving from that powerhouse, which is what Pilates is all about. So we're in that powerhouse position. So take an exhale and take the right leg back, the toes are turned under. Squeeze the buttock on that side, and then with the left hand just float it. Imagine you're about to shake hands with someone, so the shoulder is relaxed. This one is strong, so don't let it drop away. Push through it. So we're holding there. If you feel you want to, you can lift that right leg off the floor and hold. Breathe. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And take a little rest into the baby pose. I hope you guys are doing it with me, or you're just not watching me on the sofa eating chocolate or something. Please give me a thumbs up if you are actually doing it with me. Okay, let's do the other side. I'm just going to show you from this angle now. So you're going to get my bum. So shoulders are back and down. Belly button into the spine. Tailbone is down. Take the left leg back now. Toes are there. Squeezing the buttock behind you. And then take the right hand as if you're shaking the hand of someone. This shoulder's nice and strong. And hold it there. Nice and strong through that buttock. 3, 4, 5. Lift the toe if you want to. 6, 7, and 8. Take a rest now and stretch it back. Take a little breather there if you can. So the next one is quite a strengthening one. If your wrists are struggling, you can do this one on the elbows, and we call it the bear pose. So I'll show you the big version first. So we're going to turn those toes under again. Put your body into that powerhouse position, so shoulders are strong and down. Belly button into the spine, tailbone slightly under. With the hands nicely spread, you're just going to lift those knees off the floor just 1 inch. And I mean 1 inch. And you're just going to hold yourself there. Now, if that's too much for you, you can do it with the elbows instead. So we're here, the shoulders are nice and strong. Again, the powerhouse is connected. And then we lift from here and we're going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sit back and stretch. Oh, this is tough, isn't it? I don't normally do all this with you. I'm going to be really strong after all these sessions, aren't I? Normally I'm walking around, checking everyone's position and whatever. So great stuff. Fabulous. So that's called the bear pose. Now we're going to flip over now and go onto our backs. So just gently roll yourself back onto your backs. Put your hands on the floor to support your back. And your feet are shoulder width apart. And your back, just see how you feel in your back at this position. And just notice where the pelvis is. So put your fingertips on your hip bones. And then I want you to tilt the pelvis forward and back. So drawing the tailbone under, your pubic bone is starting to point up towards the knees. And then you tip it the other way. So now there's a big gap between the back and the mat. And then you do that again. Now notice what's happening with your chin here. Sometimes it pokes up like this. So keep the chin down and just push the back into the mat and then let it go. And again, exhale, draw it in. So you're not lifting your bottom or anything at this point. We're just pushing the back into the mat. Down and then release. Okay, now push it into the mat and hold it there. So now have a little feel of your tummy and you should feel it's nicely connected and the pubic bone is facing up towards the knees and not downwards. And you've got a little bit of tension on your buttocks there, which is what we want. Put your hands at the side, shoulders are back and down. Press into the mat with your arms now. And then release. Just do some presses with your arms. It's really thinking about the back of the arm, connecting the back of the mat. And again. Exhale, push the shoulders down, arms, palms of the hands. And release. Keep that pelvis in that position. Now release the pelvis and notice the nice relaxed position and feeling of that area. Take an inhale, we're going to start to roll up through the bridge. So inhale to prepare, exhale, push the back into the mat, squeeze the buttocks now, really put some connection to the buttocks, arms are nicely connected, you're starting to roll up. So you're going to feel length through the thighs here. So you're going to push up through the hips, squeezing here, back of the thighs. Take an inhale to prepare, exhale, scroll down the spine, 1 vertebra at a time, feeling it pressing into the mat as you let go right at the end, and then your buttocks let go. And again, exhale, rolling up, drawing the spine into the mat, lifting up through the hips. Now we're in a nice long position, so the bottom of your rib cage is pointing towards your knees. So feel length here. Imagine length. So we don't want to pressing out with the belly or the ribs. Keep the ribs wrapped down. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll down the spine again. Now, if you're getting a little pain at the back of the legs, we're just going to do a little release for that. So draw the knee in, hold the back of the leg, and extend the leg, and then bend the leg. We'll just do a few of these just in case someone has hamstring issues. Often that does happen if you haven't done this with me before. This is the standard bridge exercise. We love the bridge. It's a fabulous exercise to do. Nice release. Okay, let's do the other leg. So draw it into the chest, hold on to behind the thigh. You don't have to straighten the leg. We're aiming to straighten it, but we don't have to straighten it. So you're just getting this muscle here, the hamstring. Exhale. Inhale. Let's return to our bridge. Go back into neutral spine, so that means you're in a loose position. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, squeeze the buttocks, push the back into the mat. Start to roll up the spine, lifting to the top. Shoulders are relaxed, but the hands are pushing into the mat. Take an inhale, roll down again. Tailbone under, 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 all the way to the end. And release. Go again. Breathe out. Lift up. Getting stronger every time, hopefully. Now we're going to hold it at the top here, and I'm going to ask you to lift your right foot off the floor. So you're going to feel this hand pushing into the mat. Drop it down, keeping the hips as stable as we can. Let's lift the left leg. So notice the buttock switching on and off as we do this. Try and keep it on, especially on the side that is supporting. And down. Keep going. Little pedaling feet here. If this is too much, obviously drop yourself back down. Good. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, scroll that pelvis down. And then release, bring the knees into the chest and hug it in. Just give it a little bit of a wiggle here. Seeing how you feel. Just massaging the lower spine, little release movement. Lovely. Take the feet down. We're going to attempt an adapted version of the bridge. Sorry, the 100 now. This is a classical Pilates move. So first of all, I want you to drop your chin into your chest, and I want you to push the back of the body into the mat so you feel it curving, and the spine is down into the mat as well. So you've got a nice C shape, and then release. Do that again. Exhale, draw it down and in, and then release. Now keep the pelvis neutral, and then start to lift the chest up to the ceiling. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, rolling up to the ceiling, and then rolling down. Now if this is too hard, hold on to the legs, and then walk your hands up the legs, and then down. Keeping the back in the mat, you will feel the tummy muscles here. I'm going to do it without speaking this time, because sometimes when I'm talking I feel my own neck muscles. So let's take an inhale. Exhale. And as we're scrolling up, you can see my arms are pushing towards my feet. Nice strong shoulders. Let's do it again. Inhale. Exhale. Now, if you can, hold it up and then just lift one arm and then the other. Quite big. Shoulders are strong. Watch the neck doesn't take over. Pull that tummy muscles into that centre. And then little punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and release it back. Now sometimes you feel that in the neck, so take a rest here. We're going to do it easy today because we're building you up. Some of you have done this with me for a long time, so just we're building up slowly here. We will build on that day on day. What am I doing now? Right, we're going to go on to our sides now, and we're going to do the mermaid, one of our favourites that we do in our class. So if you have issues with sitting like this, you may want to get a cushion and pop it under your bum. So sometimes you feel pinching just here. It's just how your pelvis is sitting. It might not just suit you. So get a block or a cushion and just slide it under that buttock, and it will lift you up a little bit, and you will feel so much more comfortable, and your spine wants to be in the center here, so hopefully that feels better by doing that. So we're going to grab the shin on that right leg, and then take this arm right over, let that shoulder relax, and then go back the other way, stretching over to the other side, and do it again right over the top of the head, and then bring it back over, and again, nice strong straight arms, feeling the upper back just rocking side to side. Also feel a nice length through the rib cage on each side. If you can, next time, we're going to hold the arm over to the side, let it hang over the head, feel the ribs lengthening this side. Give me a couple of deep breaths here. Let this shoulder relax as well. That's lovely. Take the arms back. Now we're going to take the hands and look as if they're facing the end of the mat. I'm just going to take my cushion away. So now we have a rotation of the rib cage. Now this leg, just let it lengthen away. We're in a nice upright position. We're looking forward. I'm currently looking at my shelves. Take an inhale and exhale. We're going to do a little press up. Breathe in. On the pause, breathe out, press up. Get this leg, keep it long at the back. Down we go. Exhale, lift up. One more time. And lift it up and hold it there for a second. Let the shoulders relax away from the ears. Relax through the neck. You will feel a nice massage through that lower part of the tummy. And nice and rotated in that position. And then we're going to change sides. So flick your legs over to the other side. So in an ideal world, your feet are not touching your leg. And again, if you feel a bit pinched, you may want to put your cushion under your bum. It's entirely up to you. Take the arms, hand onto the shin. Take the arm up and over the head. And then just go to this other side. So we're getting a nice stretch through the buttock here on the right leg. You should feel a nice pull through that side. If, like I say, there's any pain in any area, obviously don't do it, because this is quite an unusual one. We don't do this in an everyday sort of movement, so you may feel a little bit different here. And then take your hands to the end of the mat. This leg, lengthen it down the mat. Feel a nice stretch through that buttock. Arms are straight, and then do a nice press up. And exhale. Now, if you're new to Pilates or you haven't done it with me for a while, you may not want to be doing the breathing too much. I know there's quite a lot of complication to the breathing. So tonight, just get the movement going. We'll talk about the breathing as the days go on. And then hold it here for a nice stretch through the cobra. Shoulders are down away from the ears. Feel a nice pull down the front of that leg, maybe around the midsection here. It feels good. Lovely. Right, we're going to go on our sides now. On our, so get onto your left side, stretching the arm up, legs along. Hopefully you've got enough space there. Bring the hands to the front. Hips are stacked so they're not rocked forward or back. Let me just wriggle forward a little bit. And the feet are together and the feet are flexed. So this is pointy feet, this is flexed feet. So flex the feet. Heels together, toes or bunions together, as I like to say. So make sure this bottom leg is also active. Don't let it be lazy. Okay, so stretching. Imagine you're being pulled down the mat with somebody holding your legs. Squeeze the bum a little bit. Hand at the side. Let's take an exhale, lift the leg up. And then exhale as you come down. So I want you to inhale on the pause. This is a good one to practice the breathing. So exhale, inhale, exhale down. Just keep going with that nice easy leg lift, feeling as if someone's pulling the leg. So you may feel a nice pulley sensation around the hip area. If you're feeling that's too easy, then float the arm up and do it again. So we're really trying to consciously feel that core. So feel as if this waist is lifting away from the floor and this bottom leg is active. And you're really feeling connected through the whole of the body, even the fingertips on this side, really stretching out so we have opposition. It's one of the key principles of Pilates, opposition, lifting and lowering. Okay, we're going to lift the leg. It doesn't come too high. It's only small. We're just going to circle round. 4 times one direction. And then 4 times the other direction. Just small circles. Oh, that's difficult. Oh, that's hard. And then hold it here. Now I want you to do frog's legs now. So as you do the frog's legs, heels are together, toes are wide. You'll feel your bottom connecting and then release, go the other way. And again, little frog's legs. And then go back. Again, exhale. And back. One more time. Lengthen the way. Hold it. Now, as we hold it here, you'll see the bottom leg is slightly off the floor. Hold it if you can. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and release. Let's do the other side. Switch over. So now again, nice long position. Arms lengthened out, hands at the front. Make sure the waist feels away from the floor. Lengthen the legs down the mat. Toes are together, heels together, flexed feet. Up and down to start. Breathing. Feeling as if someone's stretching that leg away. You feel a nice length through the waist here. So from the bottom of the rib cage to the hip, keep that leg floating up and down. To make it easier, push this bottom leg into the mat. You will feel that you're more connected when you do that. If you want to, you can float the arm. Make it a little more tricky. One more. Lift and lower. Okay, now try to circle. Let's have a go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Change direction. Now for me, this is much easier on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and lengthen. Take a rest. Heels together, toes out. Squeeze the buttocks together. Lift both legs and lower it again. So squeeze, toes are out to the sides, buttocks. It's all about the back of your body at this point. Lengthen and stretch the legs away. One more time if you can. Hold the legs stretching, so floating slightly off the floor. Your kneecaps are on fire. Head is relaxed on this arm. Stretching opposition, so fingertips above your head. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And then take a rest. Lovely. We're going to lie on your tummies now. Let me see what we're doing for time. Let's see. Yes, we're nearly there. So just a couple more moves. So it's going to be 30-minute sessions here. So you're going to lie on your fronts and you're going to take your head on your hands. Feet are relaxed at the back. Just lie here first. See how you feel. And on the exhale, I want you to imagine your belly button is drawing away from the floor. So I want you to draw in these muscles of the tummy. Exhale. Squeeze the bottom a little bit as you do that. And then take a rest. And then do that again. Breathe out. And let go. So you're actually switching your bum on and off. Squeezing and releasing. One more time. Hold the squeeze here. Hold it here. Now next, hold the bottom as it is. And then we're going to lengthen through the upper spine and lift the back off the floor. So your chest is coming off the floor. Obviously your head's coming as well. Hands are still on the floor and let go. Do it on the inhale. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, let it go down. Keep the buttocks on. Don't have any movement through the pelvis. Inhale, lift. Exhale down, keeping the legs on as well. I can feel the tension through my knees and thighs as well. Squeeze the pubic bone into the mat. So your arms are helping you lift your upper body here. So now I want you to put your hands at the side of the body and just lift them slightly off the floor and do it again. Inhale and exhale. Keep your buttocks on. Inhale. You don't have to come up too high to get the connection on this one. Lengthen the hands towards the knees as you do it. And then if the final bit is the shoulders, extend them backwards together. So you get a little bit more of a lift when you start to bring the shoulders into it. Keep the legs strong and buttocks on. Good. 2 more if you can. Squeeze the bum. Release the bum. And 1 more time. And relax. Coming back up. Just go into baby pose just to stretch everything out. Relaxing everything. And then we're going to finish off. I like to always finish this session with a stronger part of Pilates. And we're going to do some downward dogs. So let me just teach you through this, because if you haven't done one for a while or you haven't mastered it, there's a few little tips I can say. Obviously we do need to have strong wrists. We have done some wrist work tonight already, but you might still want to do a little bit of this before we get going on it. So you put your hands nice and wide, fingertips are spread. Turn your toes under, just like we did in the bear pose. Your toes are turned right under. Now the most important thing is that your back is in nice, strong, straight position. So what we see in downward dog is that people go here, they straighten the legs, and then they've got this rounded back. We don't want that. We want a nice straight back. So I suggest that we keep our knees bent to start with and our heels up to start with. So as we lift the bum up, straighten the back up here, head goes between the arms, push yourself, your knees are bent still, and your heels are up. And then if you can, start to straighten the knees. And then the third thing, if you're feeling okay, you drop the heels. If you're finding that difficult, keep the heels up. So drop and lift the heels. Breathing. 2 heel lifts. Up and down, nice and strong. If it's too much, drop down onto the knees. Keep that spine lifted and strong and long. So feel that opposition through the hands up to the tailbone. Imagine the tailbone's going up to the ceiling like a triangle. One more time if you can, lifting those heels up, lengthening the back of the thighs. Hold and settle into that downward dog. And then come back onto the knees and sit back and stretch. Take a nice long inhale here. And long exhale. And then settle into a nice cross-legged position. Just to see how you feel. Hopefully you feel a little bit more connected tonight. If you want to join me again in the morning, it'll be a different workout. I have different exercises in my plan for tomorrow. Hopefully the sun will be streaming through the window tomorrow morning. So join me tomorrow morning at 9:30 for the next session. Hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know and give me any feedback on the lighting or the sound or whatever. Just let me know how you found it. I'm really interested to see. Cheers.